Let me just pretend I'm gonna say something that Game Theory just uploaded a new video, which is about the YouTube Rewind. So let's see this. So I want to see this since I reacted to it.
And Facebook and YouTube both have Rewind videos now? Maybe we should do one for the channel.
Wait. Let's only find this Freddy's. Come on.
FNAF, Scott, FNAF, purple guy, FNAF, hand. Freddy, FNAF, purple guy, FNAF, yikes. See you in 2016, everybody.
You too.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, where, FNAF jokes aside, it's been an incredible year for our little community of theorists here. Guys, seriously, we gained 2 million new subscribers.
Yeah.
That's insane. Then we launched Film Theorists and set a record by getting 1 million new subscribers there in a month. And now we're closing in on 2. And then Steph and I started the daily live stream GT Live as an experiment just so we could have a way to have fun with you guys more regularly. And your response has been incredible, making it one of the largest streams on YouTube. And it's been awesome because it gives us a chance to showcase you loyal theorists and all the wacky, crazy artwork, funny jokes, infuriating challenges, and thought-provoking theories you send our way. But there was one milestone that was obviously the achievement of the year, the thing that solidified just how far our little community of overanalysts had come. We got included in the annual YouTube Rewind for a glorious 22 frames, 0.92 mind-blowing seconds of me eating cold, dirty pizza off the ground. Truly, we have made it. But speaking of the YouTube Rewind, I wanted to focus my usual end-of-the-year meta-theory about it. As usual, the Rewind highlights the most memeable moments, best songs, and most infuriating games from 2015. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. Needs more John Cena. This year, though, there was another video that popped up on the exact same day. The Facebook retrospective, or look back, or yearbook, or whatever synonym they came up with that's not Rewind, but sounds like it might be Rewind. Way to not make it obvious there, Facebook. And as a lot of you loyal theorists know, when I'm not researching the Sith training of Jar Jar Binks or testing racism in GTA, I'm consulting brands and other creators about digital video strategy. And if I were to do a rewind of that half of my life this year, it would sound a lot like this. Is Facebook video gonna overtake YouTube? And these two Rewind videos finally inspired me to do a video about that exact question. But the question I should probably address first is, why should you care? Why would I make this a video on game theory? Well, because a few months ago, during my YouTube is Broken episode, I asked you to vote. And 86% of you said that you never watch TV, that you only watch video online. That number is huge. And as people who watch mostly YouTube, you need to know that digital video is changing and fast, and that these changes are going to affect you and your favorite creators. The Facebook-YouTube rivalry is a great example of this. So if you care about online video, your favorite creators, or want to be a creator yourself, this is stuff you need to know. With tons of people all talking about this huge battle between Facebook video and YouTube video and who's gonna beat who, the answer to that question is now literally staring us in the face in the form of these two Rewind videos. I'll show you what I mean. Let's start with the platform we're on now, YouTube. The first thing you'll notice about the YouTube Rewind video is that it's pretty all over the place. The recurring theme is an X-ray machine from the Love Has No Labels video about gay marriage, acting as a hub that unites beaches, desert buses, and a cracked-out pizzeria. It just flings you off into every direction, with gamers next to beauty gurus, little breakdancers next to prank versus prank as they work it through 100 years of fashion, pop songs mixed with a Toreador march. FNAF, you truly have infested everything. It's fast-paced, with every frame ending with a jump cut, every joke getting an immediate payoff, and each meme getting fused with 3 other video trends from the year, so you end up with vloggers and nerdy chefs celebrating gay rights by jumping into a ball pit referencing the Roman Atwood plastic ball prank, all on a cargo ship that references... I honestly have no idea. That is how deep this rabbit hole goes. Whether you personally like the video or not, it's incredibly YouTube. YouTube is vast. You can see this this and just how many people there are in this video. I watch YouTube for a living, and I can't point out who everyone is in this. On the
Me
Facebook
too.
side, it's a completely different story. This video literally watches like a yearbook, complete with page-turn transitions. It immediately tells you that this is going to be a more traditional narrative. Race riots, water on Mars, earthquakes, refugees. The music slowly builds across a series of emotionally charged images and videos to a crescendo with a clear traditional message of people across the world uniting against oppression and adversity. So, what do these differences mean? Well, first, it shows that people experience these two platforms in completely different ways. Long gone are the days of getting lost trolling through all your friends' pages on Facebook. Instead, Facebook is now designed to be a focused experience on your homepage feed. You're on Facebook, and what do you see? A literal straight line of stories leading you down into the page. Your feed reads top to bottom, and rarely do you need to click out of that in order to engage with a post. Compare that to YouTube, where you also have algorithms telling you what you're probably going to want to watch, but instead of following a linear path, you start on a homepage that's full of rows of options. You go to your favorite creators page, and then you see 8 suggested videos. There are 2 options in the end card, there are 12 links in the description, there are 2 iCards, and a partridge in a pear tree. This isn't a linear experience, it's a branching experience. Both are designed to be very immersive, but in completely different ways. But there's also another huge difference here. The Facebook review tells you the story of the world in 2015. The YouTube Rewind tells you the story of YouTube in 2015. Look at the Facebook video. These stories are all things that happened outside of the internet. If Facebook didn't exist, these stories would still have happened anyway. Sorry, Facebook. I know it's hard to face the truth. Then again, though, with the events that you featured, it's probably best you weren't the cause of them. These events were global events. They weren't memes, they were news stories. You don't take to Facebook to see what a creator is doing on Facebook. You go to Facebook to see what people think about that huge thing that happened off of Facebook. Now, does that mean YouTube doesn't care about stuff happening in the real world? No, but they come at it from a totally different angle. Instead of addressing gay marriage by showing footage of political rallies, they put a huge rainbow wall on a boat in LA. Instead of text on the screen about accomplishing together, they spoof Shia LaBeouf's motivational speech with a montage of creators around the world in front of a green screen. Just do it! Do it! And while YouTube acknowledges events in the wider world, it also has a culture all to itself that only it understands. To all of us, Freddy Fazbear has been a huge part of the past year. So much so that a lot of people are sick of it. But mention it to anyone outside of
How
the
dare you
YouTube
say that?
sphere, and they don't even know that this is a game that exists, let alone a culture unto itself with 4 games, a novel, and a movie. To us, the ending of this year's Rewind, where they flash back to different iconic moments from the site's 10-year history, is a moving walk down memory lane. To the regular viewer, though, they're probably like, why are those 2 grown guys fighting each other? Which one is better? Neither, because they both appeal to the audience they have and address those issues in a way that's organic to their
I like the
site.
YouTube one better,
These 2
so
videos
YouTube wins.
represent 2 different generations. Facebook has been aging for a few years now. Reports from this May show that usage of Facebook by high schoolers and college kids, the groups Facebook was built on, is down by 59% each. But while that's happening, other demographics are growing big time. In the same time frame, older groups ranging from 24 to 35, 35 to 54, and 55 and over grew by 32, 41, and a massive 80% each. And just to make sure it's fair, YouTube's demographics are also getting older, just a whole lot more slowly. In 2012, 46% of YouTube's audience was 12 to 34. In 2014, it was 41%. So you're slowly starting to see people age into other demographics. It's just very slow. So it makes sense then that when you watch the Facebook review, it looks like what you'd imagine adults watching, the news. These are people who are over 30. YouTube represents a younger demographic. They don't watch the news about an important issue, they watch their favorite creator's reaction video to a news story. Then they themselves make a commentary video on that video, comment on it, and then watch other people's reaction videos to their video. They don't repost Huffington articles about their favorite singer, they make a song parody about them and show it to their friends. YouTube Rewind exemplifies this. It's totally derivative. Everything is 3 steps removed from the original. everything comments and riffs on a major trend rather than reporting on it. But who wins? Well, what these videos really show is that asking that question misses the point. These two videos demonstrate that they're barely competitors. Just because both are websites that allow you to upload, comment on, and share videos doesn't make them exactly the same. You go to them for completely different reasons. You go to Facebook to see the news and what your friends think about the news. You make one amazing post, one amazing story, and if it makes it big, it gets spread all over Facebook. By the time it's finished, you're not going to have a lot of lifelong fans out of it, but you'll have a really memorable post. At this point, one amazing on YouTube, even if it goes super viral, this is the point of the platform. Look at the creators in YouTube Rewind. They have hundreds of videos.
Oh, I saw game theories.
Thousands.
No, that was Game
For
Grumps.
them, it's about a long-term
Game
relationship built with their viewers. The news might change, the holidays come and go, but the creator is still there, making videos, building inside jokes, and dedicating themselves to the people who love their work. Facebook is a post. YouTube is a commitment. And here's why all of this matters. Next year's YouTube Rewind could look very different. While everyone was looking towards Facebook as YouTube's competitor, YouTube has been working to take on two other targets, Hulu and Netflix. YouTube is aiming to be the web's premium video destination. Just look at some of the moves they've made this year. First, they've started creating specialties. If you watch this channel, you've probably heard something about the YouTube Gaming app, which became a thing in August, but there's also the YouTube Kids app and the YouTube Music app. YouTube is starting to carve off some of its biggest pieces into specialty categories to make sure that each of those individual communities feels like they're being catered to, and to make room for some other pretty big stuff on YouTube Main. We'll get there in a second. Secondly, the algorithms are pushing for longer and longer content. Say goodbye to the days of the 3-minute long cat video. Have you noticed that the videos you find in YouTube search are a whole lot longer than they were a year ago? Well, that's no accident. Those are the videos YouTube wants you to find. This, in and of itself, comes with huge repercussions, and honestly deserves a video unto itself. But at its core, it shows that YouTube cares about you watching just as much YouTube as someone who would be watching regular TV or Netflix. So much so that it now plays into the monetary system through YouTube Red, the ad-free subscription service which pays based on how long people are watching your videos. And speaking of YouTube Red, the company has made it clear that they're trying to get more long-form premium shows on the platform. Part of this is their YouTube Originals initiative, where YouTube is partnering with some of the largest channels to create long-form premium shows, giving some of your favorite creators the funds to make new shows, launch new ideas, and hopefully create bigger, more exciting stuff for their audience to enjoy. That is legitimately cool and is a decision that deserves to be acknowledged. Believing in your most popular creators enough to give them the funds necessary to take chances and make better shows for their fans, it's a brave move, and it shows that YouTube is still putting a priority on the personalities who have found their home here. It's decisions like that which are reassuring, showing that they're keeping the community focus in the forefront as it tries to do new things. But then, they're also talking with Hollywood about getting more TV shows and movies onto the site, just like Netflix. That's a bit more concerning, because now you start to water down what YouTube means, and you put small creators in competition with big studios. Can you just imagine 2016's Rewind, where it's a bunch of House of Cards actors alongside the Blacklist? Oh, and with Jacksepticeye and Husky Starcraft dancing to Psy's latest K-pop song in the background somewhere. The point here is this. Comparing the Rewinds was meant to show what makes YouTube unique and different when compared to other video platforms. It's a place for communities to find each other and thrive. It's a social platform where passionate creators are able to engage their audience, large or small, where I've been lucky enough to find all of you. And the YouTube Rewind is symbolic of how all those disparate parts fit together in a crazy mishmash celebrating the collective internet culture. That's why we're all so excited to see it every year, and why it's such an honor to be invited to it. It shows you're a part of this crazy breakdancing, Fazbear, meme-swilling community. But as you segregate gamers from beauty gurus, or try to bring in a bunch of TV shows, step by step you slowly risk losing what makes YouTube, YouTube. What makes it a different and special place. Let's be honest, the stats show that TV is dying. Why try to become something you're not when what you've created here has already been so impactful? Take time to think about it, because I and the tens of millions of people who got excited to see that YouTube Rewind in their feed care about the future of these communities.
Yep, and I enjoyed reacting to it.
Brought them to life. But hey, that's just a theory. A meta theory. Thank you guys so much for an incredible 2015. So for all you hardcore theorists, let me
let's
pull
see
back
this.
the curtain here for a minute. Here's a dilemma I was facing this month. What to get the guys on the team for Christmas? Goomba and Drake, they love figurines and collectibles, but I didn't know which ones they'd like or already had. Ronnie? Oh boy, he hates everything. Seriously, his room is a literal den of emptiness. But I needed something that I could get for everyone. And then I realized facial hair. For whatever reason, all the guys on the team have these little tufts of hair on their chin. Except for Ryder, but that's because he's like, what, 12? Prepubescent. And what better gift to give than the gift of shaving to maintain their luscious chin strands? So I got them all a subscription to Dollar Shave Club. Sorry to spoil the surprise, guys. It's coming in the mail. Not only has Dollar Shave Club been a big supporter of the channel this year, it's a great product, delivering fresh razors and smooth shaving butter right to your door for a third of the price of what you'd pay
Okay,
at
guys,
the
end
store.
the video here. So, yeah, bye, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and yeah, forgot to say that. Bye.